was sitting with my friend Arthur Kornblum in a restaurant. It was a Horn-and-Ardent cafeteria. And this beautiful girl walked in, and I turned to Arthur, and I said, Arthur, you see that girl? I'm going to marry her. And 2 weeks later, we were married. And it's over 50 years later, and we are still married.
It's very clear our love is here to stay.
I love you.
I love you.
Not for all year, but ever and a day. On the radio and the telephone, that we know may just be fancy.
Oh, hi, Sally. Sally, this is Harry Burns. Harry, this is Sally Albright.
Nice to meet you.
You want to drive the first shift?
No, you're there already. You can start.
Back's open.
Call me.
I'll call you as soon as I get there.
Oh, call me from the road.
I'll call you before then.
I love you.
Love you.
Sorry.
I miss you already.
I miss
Huh?
you.
I miss you already. Bye.
Bye.
Rock is me crumble, she brought to me tumble. They only made it way. What I love is here to stay.
I have it all figured out. It's an 18-hour trip, which breaks down into 6 shifts of 3 hours each, or alternatively, we could break it down by mileage. There's a map on the visor that I've marked to show the locations where we can change shifts.
Grape?
No, I don't like to eat between meals.
I'll roll down the window. Why don't you tell me the story of your life?
Story of my life?
We've got 18 hours to kill before we hit New York.
The story of my life isn't even going to get us out of Chicago. I mean, nothing's happened to me yet. That's why I'm going to New York.
So something happened to you?
Yes.
Like what?
Like I'm going to journalism school to become a reporter.
So you can write about things that happen to other people.
That's one way to look at it.
Suppose nothing happens to you. Suppose you live there your whole life and nothing happens, you never meet anybody, you never become anything, and finally you die, one of those New York deaths that nobody notices for 2 weeks until the smell drifts into the hallway.
Amanda mentioned you had a dark side.
That's what drew to me.
Your dark side.
Sure. Why don't you have a dark side? No, you're probably one of those cheerful people who dots their eyes with little hearts.
I have just as much of a dark side as the next person.
Oh, really? When I buy a new book, I always read the last page first. That way, in case I die before I finish, I know how it ends. That, my friend, is a dark side.
That doesn't mean you're deep or anything. I mean, yes, basically I'm a happy person.
So am I.
And I don't see that there's anything wrong with that.
Of course not. You're too busy being happy. You ever think about death?
Yes.
Sure you do. A fleeting thought that drifts in and out of the transom of your mind. I spend hours. I spend days.
And you think this makes you a better person?
Look, when the shit comes down, I'm gonna be prepared, and you're not. That's all I'm saying.
In the meantime, you're gonna ruin your whole life waiting for it. You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're wrong.
He wants her to leave. That's why he puts her on the plane.
I don't think she wants to stay.
Of course she wants to stay. Wouldn't you rather be with Humphrey Bogart than the other guy?
I don't want to spend the rest of my life in Casablanca married to a man who runs a bar. It probably sounds very snobbish to you, but I don't.
You'd rather be in a passionless marriage
And be the first lady of Czechoslovakia.
than live with a man you've had the greatest sex of your life with just because he owns a bar and that is all he does.
Yes. And so with any woman in her right mind, women are very practical, even Ingrid Bergman, which is why she gets on the plane at the end of the movie.
I understand.
What? What?
Nothing.
What?
Forget about it.
What? Forget about what?
It's not important.
No, just tell me.
Obviously, you haven't had great sex yet. 2, please.
Yeah, right over there. Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
It just so happens that I have had plenty of good sex.
With whom?
What?
With whom did you have this great sex?
I'm not gonna tell you that.
Fine, don't tell me.
Shell Gordon.
Sheldon? No. No, you did not have great sex with Sheldon.
I did too.
No, you didn't. A Sheldon can do your income taxes. If you need a root canal, Sheldon's your man. But humping and pumping is not Sheldon's strong suit. It's the name. Do it to me, Sheldon. You're an animal, Sheldon. Ride me, big Sheldon. Doesn't work.
Hi. What can I get you?
I'll have a number 3.
I'd like the chef salad, please, with the oil and vinegar on the side, and the apple pie a la mode.
Chef and apple a la mode.
But I'd like the pie heated, and I don't want the ice cream on top. I want it on the side, and I'd like strawberry instead of vanilla if you have it. If not, then no ice cream, just whipped cream, but only if it's real. If it's out of a can, then nothing.
Not even the pie?
No, just the pie, but then not heated.
Uh-huh.
What?
Nothing. So how come you broke up with Sheldon?
How do you know we broke up?
Because if you didn't break up, you wouldn't be here with me. You'd be off with Sheldon the Wonder Schlong.
First of all, I am not with you. And second of all, it is none of your business why we broke up.
You're right. I don't want to know.
Well, if you must know, it was because he was very jealous and I had these days of the week underpants.
I'm sorry, I need a judge's ruling on this. Days of the week underpants.
Yes. They had the days of the week on them, and I thought they were sort of funny. And then one day Sheldon says to me, "You never wear Sunday. It's all suspicious. Where was Sunday? Where had I left Sunday?" And I told him, and he didn't believe me.
What?
They don't make Sunday
Why not?
because of God. Okay, so 15% of my share is 90. 690. Let's leave 7. What? Do I have something on my face?
You're a very attractive person.
Thank you.
Amanda never said how attractive you were.
Well, maybe she doesn't think I'm attractive.
I don't think it's a matter of opinion. Empirically, you are attractive.
Amanda is my friend.
So?
So you're going with her.
So?
So you're coming on to me.
No, I wasn't. What? Can't a man say a woman is attractive without it being a come-on? All right. Let's just say, just for the sake of argument, that it was a come-on. What do you want me to do about it? I take it back, okay? I take it back.
You can't take it back
Why not?
because it's already out there.
Oh, geez, what are we supposed to do? Call the cops. It's already out there.
Just let it lie. Okay?
Great, let it lie. That's my policy. That's what I always say. Let it lie. Want to spend the night in a motel? You see what I did? I didn't let it lie.
Harry.
I said I would, and then I didn't.
Harry.
I went the other way.
Harry.
What?
We are just going to be friends, okay?
Great, friends. It's the best thing. You realize, of course, that we could never be friends.
Why not?
What I'm saying is, and this is not a come-on in any way, shape, or form, is that men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way.
That's It's not true. I have a number of men friends, and there is no sex involved.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You only think you do.
You're saying I'm having sex with these men without my knowledge?
No, what I'm saying is they all want to have sex with you.
They do not.
Do too.
They do not.
Do too.
How do you know?
Because no man can be friends with a woman that he finds attractive. He always wants to have sex with her.
So you're saying that a man can be friends with a woman he finds unattractive?
No, you pretty much want to nail him too.
What if they don't want to have sex with you?
Doesn't matter, because the sex thing is already out there, so the friendship is ultimately doomed, and that is the end of the story.
Well, I guess we're not going to be friends then.
Guess not.
That's too bad. You were the only person that I knew in New York.
You say either, I say either. You say neither, and I say neither. Either, either, neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. Yes, you like potato, I like potato. You like tomato, I like tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.
Thanks for the ride.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. Well, have a nice life.
You too.
I like potato, you like tomato, I like tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.
We fell in love in high school.
Yeah, we were high school sweethearts.
But then after our junior year, his parents moved away.
But I never forgot her.
You never forgot me.
No, her face was burned on my brain. And it was 34 years later that I was walking down Broadway, and I saw her come out of Toffanetti's.
And we both looked at each other, and it was just as though not a single day had gone by.
She was just as beautiful as she was at 16.
He was just the same. He looked exactly the same.
Like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember.
Joe, I thought it was you. I thought it was you, Harry Burns.
Harry, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing fine.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I was just walking by and I thought it was you, and there it is. It's you.
Yeah, it was.
You still with the DA's office?
No, I switched to the other side.
Ah.
What about you?
I work with a small firm who do political consulting.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah.
Oh, Harry, this is Sally Albright, Harry Burns. Harry and I, we lived in the same building.
Well, listen, I got a plane to catch. It was really good to see you, Joe.
You too, Harry.
Bye.
Thank God he couldn't place me. I drove from college to New York with him 5 years ago, and it was the longest night of my life.
What happened?
He made a pass at me, and when I said no, he was going with a girlfriend of mine. Oh, God, I can't remember her name. Don't get involved with me, Joe. I am 26 years old, and I can't even remember the name of the girl I was such good friends with. I wouldn't get involved with her boyfriend.
So what happened?
When?
When he made a pass at you, you said no.
Oh. I said we could just be friends. And this part I remember. He said that men and women could never really be friends. Do you think that's true?
No.
Do you have any women friends, just friends?
No. But I will get one if it's important to you.
Amanda Reese. That was her name, thank God.
I will miss you. I love you.
You do?
Yes.
I love you.
And what would you like to drink?
Nothing, thanks. Do you have any Bloody Mary mix?
Yes.
No, wait. Here's what I want. Regular tomato juice, filled up about 3/4, then add a splash of Bloody Mary mix, just a splash, and a little piece of lime, but on the side.
The University of Chicago, right?
Yes.
Did you look this good at the University of Chicago?
No.
Did we ever...
No. We drove from Chicago to New York together after graduation.
Would you two like to sit together?
Great, thank you. You were a good friend of,
Amanda's. I can't believe you can't remember her name.
What do you mean? I can remember. Amanda, right? Amanda Rice.
Reese.
Reese, right. That's what I said. Whatever happened to her?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? You were really good friends with her. We didn't make it because you were such good friends.
You went with her.
And was it worth it? The sacrifice for a friend that you don't even keep in touch with?
Harry, you might not believe this, but I never considered not sleeping with you a sacrifice.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You were going to be a gymnast.
A journalist.
Right, that's what I said. And?
I am a journalist. I work at the news.
Great. And you're with Joe. Well, that's great. Great. You're together, what, 3 weeks?
A month. How did you know that?
You take someone to the airport, it's clearly the beginning of a relationship. That's why I have never taken anyone to the airport at the beginning of a relationship.
Why?
Because eventually things move on, and you don't take someone to the airport, and I never wanted anyone to say to me, how come you never take me to the airport anymore?
It's amazing. You look like a normal person, but actually you are the angel of death.
Are you going to marry him?
We have only known each other for a month, and besides, neither one of us is looking to get married right now.
I'm getting married.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
You are?
Yeah.
Who is she?
Helen Hilson. She's a lawyer. She's keeping her name.
You're getting married.
Yeah. What's so funny about that?
It's just so optimistic of you, Harry.
Well, you'd be amazed what falling madly in love can do for you.
Well, it's wonderful. It's nice to see you embracing life in this manner.
Yeah, plus, you just get to a certain point where you get tired of the whole thing.
What whole thing?
The whole life of a single guy thing. You meet someone, you have the safe lunch, you decide you like each other enough to move on to dinner. You go dancing, you do the white man's overbite. Go back to her place, you have sex, and the minute you're finished, you know what goes through your mind? How long do I have to lie here and hold her before I can get up and go home? Is 30 seconds enough?
That's what you're thinking? Is that true?
Sure. All men think that. How long do you like to be held afterwards? All night, right? See, that's the problem. Somewhere between 30 seconds and all night is your problem.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, you do. Staying over?
Yes.
Would you like to have dinner? Just friends.
I thought you didn't believe men and women could be friends.
When did I say that?
On the ride to New York.
No. I never said this. Yes, that's right. They can't be friends. Unless both of them are involved with other people, then they can. This is an amendment to the earlier rule. If the two people are in relationships, the pressure of possible involvement is lifted. That doesn't work either, because what happens then is the person you're involved with can't understand why you need to be friends with the person you're just friends with. Like it means something is missing from the relationship and why do you have to go outside to get it. Then when you say, no, it's not true, nothing is missing from the relationship, the person you're involved with then accuses you of being secretly attracted to the person you just friended, which you probably are. I mean, come on, who the hell are we kidding? Let's face it. Which brings us back to the earlier rule before the amendment, which is men and women can't be friends. So where does it leave us?
Harry? Goodbye.
Okay.
I'll just stop walking. I'll let you go ahead.
We were married 40 years ago. We were married 3 years, we got a divorce. Then I married Marjorie.
But first you lived with Barbara.
Right, Barbara. But I didn't marry Barbara, I married Marjorie.
Then you got a divorce.
Right, then I married Katie.
Another divorce.
Then a couple of years later at Eddie Colicchio's funeral, I ran into her. I was with some girl I don't even remember.
Roberta.
Right, Roberta. But I couldn't take my eyes off you. I remember I snuck over to her and I said, what did I say?
You said, what are you doing after?
Right. So I ditched Roberta, we go for coffee, a month later we're married.
35 years today after our first marriage.
I went through his pockets, okay?
Marie, why do you go through his pockets?
You know what I found?
No, what?
They just bought a dining room table. He and his wife just went out and spent $1,600 on a dining room table.
Where?
The point isn't where, Alice. The point is he's never gonna leave her.
So what else is new? You've known this for 2 years.
You're right. You're right. I know you're right.
Why can't you find someone single? When I was single, I knew lots of nice single men. There must be someone. Sally found someone.
Well, Sally got the last good one.
Joe and I broke up.
What?
When?
Monday.
You waited 3 days to
You
tell
mean
us?
Joe's available?
Oh, for God's sakes, Marie, don't you have any feelings about this? She's obviously upset.
I'm not that upset. We've been growing apart for quite a while.
But you guys were a couple. You had someone to go places with. You had a date on national holidays.
I said to myself, you deserve more than this. You're 31 years old.
And the clock is ticking.
No, the clock doesn't really start to tick until you're 36.
God, you're in such great shape.
Well, I've had a few days to get used to it, and I feel okay.
Good. Then you're ready.
Really, Marie?
Well, how else do you think you do it? I've got the perfect guy. I don't happen to find him attractive, but you might. She doesn't have a problem with chins.
Marie, I'm not ready yet.
Well, you just said you were over him.
I am over him, but I'm in a mourning period. Who is it?
Alex Anderson.
Oh.
You fixed me up with him 6 years ago.
I'm sorry. God. All right, wait, here. Here we go. Ken Darman.
He's been married for over a year.
Really? Married. Oh, wait.
Look,
I got one.
There is no point in my going out with someone I might really like if I met him at the right time, but who right now has no chance of being anything to me but a transitional man.
Okay, but don't wait too long. Remember what happened with David Warsaw? His wife left him and everyone said, give him some time, don't move in too fast. 6 months later, he was dead.
What are you saying? I should get married to someone right away in case he's about to die?
At least you could say you were married.
I'm saying that the right man for you might be out there right now, and if you don't grab him, someone else will, and you'll have to spend the rest of your life knowing that someone else is married to your husband.
When did this happen?
Friday. Helen comes home from work and she says, I don't know if I want to be married anymore. Like it's the institution, you know, like it's nothing personal, just something she's been thinking about in a casual way. I'm calm. I say, why don't we take some time to think about it? You know, don't rush into anything.
Yeah, right.
Next day, she says she's thought about it, and she wants a trial separation. She just wants to try it, she says, but we can still date. Like this is supposed to cushion the blow. I mean, I got married so I could stop dating. So I don't see where we can still date as any big incentive, since the last thing you want to do is date your wife, who's supposed to love you. Which is what I'm saying to her when it occurs to me that maybe she doesn't. So I say to her, don't you love me anymore? You know what she says? I don't know if I've ever loved you.
Ooh, that's harsh. don't bounce back from that right away.
Thanks, Jess.
No, I'm a writer. I know dialogue, and that's particularly harsh.
Then she tells me that somebody in her office is going to South America and she can sublet his apartment. I can't believe this. And the doorbell rings. I can sublet his apartment. The words are still hanging in the air, you know, like in a balloon attached to a mouth.
Like a cartoon.
Right. So I go to the door, and there are moving men there. Now I start to get suspicious. I say, Helen, when did you call these movers? And she doesn't say anything. So I ask the movers, when did this woman book you for this gig? And they're just standing there, 3 huge guys, one of them wearing a T-shirt that says, don't fuck with Mr. Zero. So I said, Helen, when did you make this arrangement? She says, a week ago. I said, you've known for a week and you didn't tell me? And she says, I didn't want to ruin your birthday.
You're saying Mr. Zero knew you were getting a divorce a week before you did?
Mr. Zero, no.
I can't believe this.
I haven't told you the bad part yet.
What could be worse than Mr. Zero knowing?
It's all a lie. She's in love with somebody else, some tax attorney. She moved in with him.
How did you find out?
I followed her. I stood outside the building.
So humiliating.
Tell me about it. And you know I knew? I knew the whole time that even though we were happy, it was just an illusion, and that one day she would kick the shit out of me.
Marriages don't break up on account of infidelity. It's just a symptom that something else is wrong.
Oh, really? Well, that symptom is fucking my wife.
So I just happened to see his American Express bill.
What do you mean you just happened to see it?
Well, he was shaving, and there it was in his briefcase.
What if he came out and saw you looking through his briefcase?
You're missing the point. I'm telling you what I found. He just spent $120 on a new nightgown for his wife. I don't think he's ever gonna leave her.
No one thinks he's ever gonna leave her.
You're right, you're right. I know you're right. Someone is staring at you in personal growth.
I know him. You'd like him. He's married.
Who is he?
Harry Burns. He's a political consultant.
He's cute.
You think he's cute?
How do you know he's married?
Because last time I saw him, he was getting married.
When was that?
6 years ago.
So he might not be married anymore.
Also, he's obnoxious.
Well, this is just like in the movies, remember? And the lady vanishes when she says to him, you're the most obnoxious man I ever met.
The most contemptible.
And then they fall madly in love.
Also, he never remembers me.
Sally Albright.
Hi, Harry.
I thought it was you.
It is. Yeah. This is Marie. Was Marie.
How are you?
Fine.
How's Joe?
Fine. I hear he's fine.
You're not with Joe anymore?
We just broke up.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's too bad.
Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah. So, what about you?
I'm fine.
How's married life?
Not so good. I am getting a divorce.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? What happened with you guys?
When Joe and I started seeing each other, we wanted exactly the same thing. We wanted to live together, but we didn't want to get married because every time anyone we knew got married, it ruined their relationship. They practically never had sex again. It's true. It's one of the secrets that no one ever tells you. I would sit around with my girlfriends who have kids, and actually my one girlfriend who has kids, Alice, and she would complain about how she and Gary never did it anymore. She didn't even complain about it now that I think about it. She just said it matter-of-factly. She said they were up all night, they were both exhausted all the time, the kids just took every sexual impulse they had out of them. Joe and I used to talk about it, and we'd say, you know, we're so lucky. We have this wonderful relationship. We can have sex on the kitchen floor and not worry about the kids walking in. We can fly off to Rome on a moment's notice. And then one day, I was taking Alice's little girl for the afternoon because I promised to take her to the circus. And we were in the cab playing I Spy. I spy a mailbox, I spy a lamppost. And she looked out the window and she saw this man and this woman with these two little kids, and the man had one of the little kids on his shoulders. And she said, I spy a family. And I started to cry. You know, I just started crying. And I went home and I said, the thing is, Joe, we never do fly off to Rome on a moment's notice.
And the kitchen floor.
Not once. It's this very cold, hard Mexican ceramic tile. Anyway, we talked about it for a long time, and I said, this is what I want, and he said, well, I don't. And I said, well, I guess it's over, and he left. And the thing is, I feel really fine. I am over him. I mean, I really am over him. That was it for him. That was the most that he could give. And every time I think about it, I am more and more convinced that I did the right thing.
Boy, you sound really healthy.
Yeah.
At least I got the apartment.
That's what everybody says to me, too. But really, what's so hard about finding an apartment? What you do is you read the obituary column. And you find out who died, go to the building, and then you tip the doorman. What they could do to make it easier is combine the obituaries with the real estate section. Say, then you have Mr. Klein died today, leaving a wife, 2 children, and a spacious 3-bedroom apartment with a wood-burning fireplace. See? You know, the first time we met, I really didn't like you that much.
I didn't like you.
Yeah, you did. You were just so uptight then. You're much softer now.
You know, I hate that kind of remark. It sounds like a compliment, but really it's an insult.
Okay, you're still as hard as nails.
I just didn't want to sleep with you, and you had to write it off as a character flaw instead of dealing with the possibility that it might have something to do with you.
What's the statute of limitations on apologies?
10 years.
Ooh, I can just get it in under the wire.
Would you like to have dinner with me sometime?
Are we becoming friends now?
Well, yeah.
Great. A woman friend. You know, you may be the first attractive woman I have not wanted to sleep with in my entire life.
That's wonderful, Harry.
We were both born in the same hospital.
1921.
7 days apart.
In the same hospital.
We both grew up
We
one
both
block
lived
away
in
from
tenements.
each other on the Lower East Side.
On Delancey Street.
My family moved to the Bronx
He
when I
lived
was
on
10.
Fordham Road.
Hers moved when she was
I
11.
lived on 183rd Street.
For 6 years, she worked on the 15th
I worked for
floor
a very prominent
as a nurse,
neurologist.
where I had to
Dr.
practice
Bemelman.
on the 14th floor, the very same
We
building.
never met.
Never met.
Can you imagine that?
You know where we met? In an elevator.
I was visiting
In
family.
the Ambassador Hotel in Chicago,
He was on the
Illinois.
3rd floor. I was on the 12th.
I rode up 9 extra floors just to keep talking to her.
9 extra floors.
Hello?
You sleeping?
No, I was watching Casablanca.
Channel, please.
11.
Thank you. Got it. Now, you're telling me you would be happy with Victor Laszlo than with Humphrey Bogart?
When did I say that?
When we drove to New York.
I never said that. I would never have said that.
All right, fine. Have it your way. Have you been sleeping?
Why?
'Cause I haven't been sleeping. I really miss Helen. Maybe I'm coming down with something. Last night I was up at 4 in the morning watching Leave It to Beaver in Spanish. Buenos dias, Señor Cleaver. ¿Dónde está Wallace y Theodore? I'm not well.
Well, I went to bed at 7:30 last night. I haven't done that since the 3rd grade.
Well, that's the good thing about depression. You get your rest.
I'm not depressed.
Okay, fine. Do you still sleep on the same side of the bed?
I did for a while, but now I'm pretty much using the whole bed.
God, that's great. I feel weird when just my leg wanders over. I miss her.
I don't miss him. I really don't.
Not even a little?
You know what I miss? I miss the idea of him.
Maybe I only miss the idea of Helen. No, I miss the whole Helen.
Last scene.
Ooh, Ingrid Bergman. Now she's low maintenance.
Low maintenance?
There are two kinds of women. High maintenance and low maintenance.
And Ingrid Bergman is low maintenance?
And LM, definitely.
Which one am I?
You're the worst kind. You're high maintenance, but you think you're low maintenance.
I don't see that.
You don't see that? Waiter, I'll begin with a house salad, but I don't want the regular dressing. I'll have the balsamic vinegar and oil, but on the side. And then the salmon with the mustard sauce, but I want the mustard sauce on the side. On the side is a very big thing for you.
Well, I just want it the way I want it.
I know. High maintenance.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Ooh, best last line of a movie ever. I'm definitely coming down with something. Probably a 24-hour tumor they're going around.
You don't have a tumor.
How do you know?
If you're so worried, go see a doctor.
No, he'll just tell me it's nothing.
Will you be able to sleep?
If not, I'll be okay.
What'll you do?
I'll stay up and moan. Maybe I should practice now. Good
night, Harry.
Good night. Had my dream again, where I'm making love and the Olympic judges are watching. I'd nailed the compulsory, so this is it, the finals. I got a 9.8 from the Canadian, a perfect 10 from the American, and my mother, disguised as an East German judge, gave me a 5.6. Must have been a dismount.
Well, basically, it's the same one I've been having since I was 12.
What happens?
No, it's too embarrassing.
Don't tell me.
Okay, there's this guy.
What's he look like?
I don't know, he's just kind of faceless.
Faceless guy, okay. Then what?
He rips off my clothes.
Then what happens?
That's it.
That's it? A faceless guy rips off your clothes, and that's the sex fantasy you've been having since you were 12. Exactly the same.
Well, sometimes I varied it a little.
Which part?
What I'm wearing. What?
Nothing.
I have decided that for the rest of the day, we are going to talk like this.
Like this?
No, please, to repeat after me. Pepper,
Pepper.
pepper,
Pepper.
pepper,
Pepper.
pepper. Waiter, there is too much pepper on my paprikas. Waiter,
Waiter,
there is too much pepper on my paprikas.
on my paprikas.
But I would be proud to partake of your pecan pie.
Oh, no.
But I would be proud
But I would be proud
to partake
to partake
of your pecan pie.
of your pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Would you like to go to the movies with me tonight?
Would you like to go? What?
Not to repeat, please, to answer. Would you like to go to the movies with me tonight?
Oh. Oh. Well, I'd love to, Harry, but I can't.
What do you have? A hot date?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was going to tell you about it, but I don't know. I felt strange about it.
Why?
Well, because we've been spending so much time together.
Oh, I think it's great that you have a date.
You do?
Yeah. Is that what you're gonna wear?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Why?
I think you should wear skirts more. You look really good in skirts.
I do?
Yeah. You know, I have a theory that hieroglyphics are really an ancient comic strip about a character named Sphinxy.
You know, Harry, I think you should get out there, too.
Oh, I'm not ready.
You should.
I would not be good for anybody right now.
It's time.
It was the most uncomfortable night of my life.
So, you know, it has to go this way. The first date back is always the toughest, Harry.
You only had one date. How do you know it's not going to get worse?
How much worse can it get than finishing dinner, having him reach over, pull a hair out of my head, and start flossing with it at the table?
We're talking dream date compared to my horror. It started out fine. She's a very nice person. And we're sitting and we're talking in this Ethiopian restaurant that she wanted to go to. And I was making jokes, you know, like, hey, I didn't know that they had food in Ethiopia. This will be a quick meal. I'll order 2 empty plates and we can leave. Yeah, nothing from her, not even a smile. So I downshift into small talk, and I ask her where she went to school, and she says Michigan State. And this reminds me of Helen. All of a sudden, I'm in the middle of this massive anxiety attack. My heart's beating like a wild man, and I start sweating like a pig.
Helen went to Michigan State?
No, she went to Northwestern. But they're both Big Ten schools. I got so upset, I had to leave the restaurant.
Harry, I think this takes a long time. It might be months before we're actually able to enjoy going out with someone new.
Yeah.
And maybe longer before we're actually able to go to bed with someone new.
Oh, I went to bed with her.
You went to bed with her?
Sure.
Huh.
I don't understand this relationship.
What do you mean?
You enjoy being with her?
Yeah.
You find her attractive?
Yeah.
And you're not sleeping with her?
No.
You're afraid to let yourself be happy.
Why can't you give me credit for this? This is a big thing for me. I never had a relationship with a woman that didn't involve sex. I feel like I'm growing.
Are you finished?
Hey, I got a whole stack of quarters and I was here first.
We're not.
Was 2.
We're not.
Was 2.
You jerk.
Little creep. Where was I?
You were growing.
Yeah. It's very freeing. I can say anything to her.
Are you saying you can say things to her you can't say to me?
No, it's just different. It's a whole different perspective. I get the woman's point of view on things. She tells me about the men that she goes out with, and I can talk to her about the women that I see.
You tell her about other women?
Yeah. Like the other night. I made love to this woman, and it was so incredible. I took her to a place that wasn't human. She actually meowed.
You made a woman meow?
Yeah, that's the point. I can say these things to her. And the great thing is, I don't have to lie because I'm not always thinking about how to get her into bed. I can just be myself.
You made a woman meow?
So what do you do with these women? You just get up out of bed and leave?
Sure.
Well, explain to me how you do it. What do you say?
Just have an early meeting, early haircut, early squash game.
You don't play squash.
They don't know that. They just met me.
That's disgusting.
I know I feel terrible.
You know, I'm so glad I never got involved with you. I just would have ended up being some woman you had to get up out of bed and leave at 3 o'clock in the morning and go clean your andirons. And you don't even have a fireplace. Not that I would know this.
Why are you getting so upset? This is not about you.
Yes, it is. You are a human affront to all women, and I am a woman.
Hey, I don't feel great about this, but I don't hear anyone complaining.
Of course not. You're out the door too fast.
I think they have an okay time.
How do you know?
I mean, how do I know? I know.
Because they...
Yes, because they...
How do you know that they're really...
What are you saying? That they fake orgasm?
It's possible.
Get out of here.
Why? Most women at one time or another have faked it.
Well, they haven't faked it with me.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Oh. Right. That's right. I forgot. You're a man.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It's just that all men are sure it never happened to them, and most women at one time or another have done it, so you do the math.
You don't think that I could tell a difference?
No.
Get out of here.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh.
Are you okay?
Oh. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh. 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 Oh, God. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh. 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 Oh, God. Oh. Yes. Yes.
I'll have what she's having.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in the winter wonderland. Gone away, here's the bluebird. Here to stay, here's a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in the winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's passing round. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town, brother. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in the winter wonderland.
If they asked me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper.
I like you without your beard. You can see your face.
It is my face.
I could write
Well, dipping you.
I really want to thank you for taking me out tonight.
Oh, don't be silly. The next New Year's Eve, if neither one of us is with anybody, you got a date.
Deal. See? Now we can dance cheek to cheek.
Is just to tell them that I love you a lot. Then the world discovers as my book ends how to make two lovers from friends.
Hey, everybody! 10 seconds to New Year's! 10!
Want to get some air?
Yeah.
Well, he was a head counselor at the boys' camp, and I was a head counselor at the girls' camp. And they had a social one night, and he walked across the room. I thought he was coming to talk to my friend Maxine, because people were always crossing rooms to talk to Maxine. But he was coming to talk to me. And he said,
I'm Ben Small of the Coney Island Smalls.
at that moment I knew. I knew the way you know about a good melon.
You sent flowers to yourself. $60 I spent on this big, stupid arrangement of flowers, and I wrote a card that I planned to leave on the front table where Arthur would just happen to see it.
What did the card say?
Please say yes, love, Jonathan.
Did it work?
He never even came over. He forgot this charity thing that his wife is chairman of. He's never going to leave her.
Of course he isn't.
You're right, you're right. I know you're right. Where is this place?
Somewhere on the next block.
Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Look, Harry is one of my best friends, and you are one of my best friends. And if by some chance you two hit it off, then we could all still be friends instead of drifting apart the way you do when you get involved with someone who doesn't know your friends.
You and I haven't drifted apart since I started seeing Arthur.
If Arthur ever left his wife and I actually met him, I am sure that you and I would drift apart.
He's never going to leave her.
Of course he isn't.
You're right, you're right. I know you're right.
I don't know about this.
It's just a dinner.
You know, I finally got into a place in my life where I'm comfortable with the fact that it's just me and my work. If she's so great, why aren't you taking her out?
How many times do I have to tell you? We're just friends.
So you're saying she's not that attractive?
No, I told you she is attractive.
Yeah, but you also said she had a good personality.
She has a good personality. What?
When someone's not that attractive, they're always described as having a good personality.
Look, if you would ask me, what does she look like? And I said she has a good personality, that means she's not attractive. But just because I happen to mention that she has a good personality, she could be either. She could be attractive with a good personality or not attractive with a good personality.
So which one is she?
Attractive.
But not beautiful, right? It's like whenever I read Jimmy Breslin, it's as if he's leaving some kind of a wake-up call for the city of New York, you know?
What do you mean by a wake-up call?
Well, he's saying
Does
we've
it
got
actually
people in the city,
execute my design?
people in welfare, we've got...
An art director.
Would I have seen any of your windows?
Did you see the Barney's thing a couple of weeks ago? I did a thing like hostages.
Or the people in blindfolds?
Yeah. I thought it was like late 80s.
It's macho. I don't think
It's interesting.
Let's just say I'm really just not a big fan of Jimmy Breslin.
Well, he's the reason I became a writer, but that's not important.
Harry, you and Marie are both from New Jersey.
Really?
Where are you from?
South Orange.
Haddonfield.
Oh.
So, what are we gonna order?
Well, I'm gonna start with the grilled radicchio.
Jazz, Sally is a great order. Not only does she always pick the best thing on the menu, but she orders it in a way that even the chef didn't know how good it could be.
I think restaurants have become too important.
Oh, I agree. Restaurants are to people in the 80s what theater was to people in the 60s. I read that in a magazine.
I wrote that.
Get out of here.
No, I did. I wrote that.
I've never quoted anything from a magazine in my life. That's amazing. Don't you think that's amazing? And you wrote it?
I also wrote Pesto is the quiche of the 80s.
Get over yourself.
I did.
Where did I read that?
New York Magazine.
Sally writes for New York Magazine.
You know, that piece had a real impact on me. I mean, I don't know that much about writing, but...
Look, it spoke to you, and that pleases me.
I mean, I really you have to admire people who can be that articulate.
Nobody has ever quoted me back to me before.
Oh, I've been looking for a red suede pump. What do you think of Jess?
Well,
do you think you could go out with him?
I don't know.
Because I feel really comfortable with him.
You want to go out with Jess?
If it would be all right with you.
Sure. I'm just worried about Harry. He's very sensitive. He's going through a rough period, and I just don't want you to reject him right now.
I wouldn't. I totally understand.
Okay. If you don't think you're going to call Marie, do you mind if I call her?
No.
Good.
But for tonight, you shouldn't. I mean, Sally's very vulnerable right now. I mean, you can call Marie, it's fine, but just, like, wait a week or so, you know? Don't make any moves tonight.
Fine, no problem. I wasn't even thinking about tonight. Well, I don't really feel much like walking anymore. I think I'll get a cab.
I'll go with you.
Great. Taxi!
A man came to me and said, I found a nice girl for you. She lives in the next village, and she is ready for marriage. We were not supposed to meet until the wedding, but I wanted to make sure. So I sneaked into her village, hid behind a tree, watched her washing the clothes. I think if I don't like the way she looks, I don't marry her. But she looked really nice to me. So I said, okay, to the man. We get married. We married for 55 years.
I have to get this. I
Harry,
have to get this.
We're here for Jess and Marie.
I know. We'll find them something. There's great stuff here.
We should have gone to the plant store.
Here. Perfect for them.
What's that?
Battery-operated pith helmet with fan.
Why is this necessary in life?
I don't. Look. Look at this. Also makes great fries. Uh-oh. good. Call off the dogs. The hunt is over. Sally, this is the greatest. Sally, please report to me. Look at this. This is the greatest. You're gonna love this. This is a singing machine. Look, you sing the lead, and this has the backup and everything. This is from Oklahoma. Here's the lyrics right here.
Story with a fringe on top.
Yes, perfect. Ooh. Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in my surrey. When I take you out in my surrey with the fringe on top. Now you
Watch that fringe and see how it flutters when I drive them high-step strutters. Nosy pokes will peek through the shutters and their eyes will pop. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather, with isinglass curtains that will roll. What? It's my voice, isn't it? I hate my voice. I know, it's terrible. Joe hated my
It's
voice.
Helen.
Helen?
She's coming right towards me.
How are you, Harry?
Fine, I'm fine.
This is Iris Stone. Harry Burns.
Harry. I'm sorry, this is Sally Albright, Helen Hilson, and Ira. Sorry.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Well, see you.
Yeah, bye. Nice to meet you, Ira.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm perfect. She looked weird, didn't she? She looked really weird. She looked very weird.
I've never seen her before.
Trust me, she looked weird. Her legs looked heavy. Really, she must be retaining water.
Harry.
Believe me, the woman saved everything.
Sure you're okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Look, it had to happen at some point. In the city of 8 million people, you're bound to run into your ex-wife. So, boom, it happened. And now I'm fine.
I like it. It works. It says home to me.
All right. All right. Well, let Harry and Sally be the judge. What do you think?
It's nice.
Case closed.
Of course he likes it. He's a guy. Sally,
What's so awful about it?
it's so awful. There's no way to even begin to explain what's so awful about it.
Honey, I don't object to any of your things.
If we had an extra room, you could put all your things in, including your bar stools, and I
Wait,
wouldn't
honey,
ever
wait,
have-
honey, wait. You don't like my bar stools? Harry, come on. Someone has to be on my side.
I'm on your side. I'm just trying to help you have good taste.
I have good taste.
Everybody thinks they have good taste and a sense of humor, but they couldn't possibly all have good taste.
You know, it's funny. We started out like this, Helen and I. We had blank walls, we hung things, we picked out tiles together. Then you know what happens? 6 years later, you find yourself singing Surrey with a fringe on top in front of Ira!
Do we have to talk about this right now?
Yes, I think that right now actually is the perfect time to talk about this because I want our friends to benefit from the wisdom of my experience. Right now, everything is great. Everyone is happy, everyone is in love, and that's wonderful. But you gotta know that sooner or later, you're gonna be screaming at each other about who's gonna get this dish. This $8 dish will cost you $1,000 in phone calls to the legal firm of That's Mine, This Is Yours.
Harry.
Please. Jess, Marie, do me a favor for your own good. Put your name in your books right now before they get mixed up and you don't know whose is whose. Because someday, believe it or not, you'll go 15 rounds over who's gonna get this coffee table. This stupid, wagon wheel, Roy Rogers garage sale coffee table.
I thought you liked it.
I was being nice!
He just bumped into Helen.
I want you to know that I will never want that wagon wheel coffee table.
I know, I shouldn't have done it.
Harry, you're gonna have to try and find a way of not expressing every feeling that you have every moment that you have them.
Oh, really?
Yes. There are times and places for things.
Well, the next time you're giving a lecture series on social graces, would you let me know? Because I'll sign up.
Hey, you don't have to take your anger out on me.
Oh, I think I'm entitled to throw a little anger your way. Especially when I'm being told how to live my life by Miss Hospital Corners.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, nothing bothers you. You never get upset about anything.
Don't be ridiculous.
What? You never get upset about Joe. I never see that back up on you. How is that possible? Don't you experience any feelings of loss?
I don't have to take this crap from you.
If you're so over Joe, why aren't you seeing anyone?
I see people!
See people? Have you slept with one person since you broke up with Joe?
What the hell does that have to do with anything? That will prove I'm over Joe because I fucked somebody? Harry, you're gonna have to move back to New Jersey because you slept with everybody in New York, and I don't see that turning Helen into a faint memory for you. Besides, I will make love to somebody when it is making love, not the way you do it like you're out for revenge or something.
Are you finished now?
Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't say a word. It's a monkey. It's a monkey. A monkey see, monkey do. It's an ape. Going ape.
It's a baby.
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes? She just said it's a baby. How about Planet of the Dopes?
It doesn't look like a baby.
Look at that big mouth. Mick Jagger is a baby.
Baby ape. Baby ape.
Stop with the apes, would you please?
Baby's breath.
Baby. Rosemary's baby's mouth.
Baby.
Won't you come home, Bill Baby?
Baby, kiss the baby.
Melancholy baby's mouth.
Baby fish mouth.
Ethel
Baby
Merman.
fish mouth.
15 seconds.
A big baby mouth.
Baby boom.
Baby.
Draw something resembling anything.
Baby,
Baby.
crying baby. Kiss the baby.
Baby spitting up. Exorcist baby.
Baby. Yes, sir, that's my baby.
No, sir. Don't mean maybe.
That's it. Time's up.
Baby talk.
Baby talk. What's that? That's not a saying.
Oh, but baby fish mouth is sweeping the nation. I hear them talking.
Final score, our team 110, you guys 60.
Ouch. 6. Definitely a 6.
I can't draw.
No, that's baby, and it's clearly talking. You're wonderful.
All right, who wants coffee?
I do and I love you.
Do you have any tea?
One tea.
Industrial strength.
Okay.
Tea also.
I'll help you. Decaf?
Yeah.
Three.
Yeah.
Please.
Cream.
Four.
Where's the bathroom?
Through that door down the hall.
Be long, huh?
You never looked like a baby to me.
Which part?
All of it.
Hey, Jess, you were going to show me the cover off your book.
Oh, yeah. It's in the den. Look, Julian, help yourself. Have some more wine, whatever you like, okay? I like saying it's in the den. It's got a nice ring to it.
Emily's a little young for Harry, don't you think?
Well, she's young, but look what she's done.
What has she done? She makes desserts.
Does Julian seem a little stuffy to you?
He's a good guy. You should talk to him. Get to know him.
He's too tall to talk to.
She makes 3,500 chocolate mousse pies a week.
Emily is Aunt Emily?
He took us all to a Met game last week. It was great.
You all went to a Met game together?
Yeah, but, well, you know, it was a last-minute thing.
But Sally hates baseball.
Harry doesn't even like sweets.
Julian is great.
I know. He's a grown-up.
Emily is terrific.
Yeah. Of course, when I asked her where she was when Kennedy was shot, she said Ted Kennedy was shot?
No.
Hello?
Are you alone?
Yeah, I was just finishing a book.
Could you come over?
What's the matter?
He's getting married.
Who?
Joe.
I'll be right there.
Hi.
You all right?
Come on in. I'm sorry to call you
so late.
It's all right.
I need a Kleenex.
Okay.
Okay. He just called me up, wanted to see how you were. Fine. How are you? Fine. His secretary's on vacation. Everything's all backed up. He's got a big case in Newark. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting on the phone thinking, I'm over him. I really am over him. I can't believe I was ever remotely interested in any of this. And then he said, I have some news. She works in his office. She's a paralegal. Her name is Kimberly. He just met her. She's supposed to be his transitional person. She's not supposed to be the one. All this time, I've been saying that he didn't want to get married. But the truth is, he didn't want to marry me. He didn't love me.
If you could take him back right now, would you?
No. But why didn't he want to marry me? What's the matter with me?
Nothing.
I'm difficult.
You're challenging,
I'm too structured. I'm completely closed off.
but in a good way.
No. I drove him away. And I'm gonna be 40.
When?
Someday.
In 8 years.
But it's there. It's just sitting there like this big dead end. And it's not the same for men. Charlie Chaplin had babies when he was 73.
Yeah, but he was too old to pick him up. Oh, come here. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. You'll see. Oh, go ahead. It's not one of my favorites anyway. It's gonna be okay. Hmm? Hmm? Okay. I'll make some tea.
Harry, could you just hold me a little longer?
Oh, sure. Oh.
Are you comfortable?
Sure.
Do you want something to drink or something?
No, I'm okay.
Well, I'm gonna get up for some water, so it's really no trouble.
Okay. Water. You have all your videotapes alphabetized and on index cards. Thank you.
Do you want to watch something?
No, not unless you do.
No, that's okay. Do you want to go to sleep?
Okay.
Where are you going?
I gotta go. Gotta go home, I gotta change my clothes, and then I have to go to work, and so do you. But after work, I'd like to take you out to dinner if you're free. Are you free?
Yes.
Fine, I'll call you later.
Fine.
Fine.
Yours.
Hello. I'm sorry to call so early.
Are you all right? No one I know would call at this hour.
I did something terrible.
What did you do? No one I know would call at this
It's
hour.
so awful.
I need to talk.
What happened?
What's the matter?
Carrie came over last
I went
night.
over to Sally's last night.
Because I was upset that Joe was getting married.
And one thing led to another.
And before I knew it, we were kissing.
To make
and
a long
then
story short,
we did it.
They did it.
That's great, Sally.
We've been praying for
You
it.
should have done it in the first place.
For months we've been saying you should do it.
You guys belong together.
It's like killing two birds with one stone.
It's like two wrongs make a right.
How was it?
The during part was good.
I thought it was good.
But then I felt suffocated.
Then I guess it wasn't.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
The
I
worst.
had to get out of there.
He just disappeared.
I feel so bad.
I'm so embarrassed.
I don't blame you.
That's horrible.
I think I'm coming down with
I
something.
think I'm catching a cold.
Look, it would have been great if it worked out, but it didn't.
I should never go to bed with anyone when you found out your last boyfriend is getting married.
Who's that talking?
Who?
Is that Jess on the phone?
It's Jane Fonda on the VCR.
It's Brian Gumbel.
You
Do you
want
wanna
to
come over for breakfast?
No, I'm not up to it.
No, I feel too awful.
Good. I mean, it's so early.
But call me later if you want.
I'll call you later, okay?
Okay, bye.
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 Bye. God.
I know.
Tell me I'll never have to be out there again.
You will never have to be out there again.
I'll just say we made a mistake.
Sally, it was a mistake.
I just hope I get to say it first.
I hope she says it before I do.
It was a mistake.
I am so relieved that you think so, too. I'm not saying last night wasn't great.
It was.
Yes, it was.
We just never should have done it.
I couldn't agree more.
I'm so relieved.
Great.
Yeah.
2 mixed green salads.
It is so nice when you can sit with someone and not have to talk. It's just like most of the time you go to bed with someone, and then she tells you all her stories, you tell all your stories. Well, with Sally and me, we'd already heard each other's stories. So once we went to bed, we didn't know what we were supposed to do, you know?
Sure, Harry.
I don't know. Maybe you get to a certain point in a relationship where it's just too late to have sex. You know?
Is Harry bringing anyone to the wedding?
I don't think so.
Is he seeing anyone?
He was seeing this anthropologist, but
What does she look like?
thin, pretty, big tits. Your basic nightmare. What do you think?
Oh, Marie.
Tell the truth.
It's just beautiful.
We are gathered here today to celebrate the marriage of Marie and Jess and to consecrate their vows of matrimony. The vows they will take join their lives. The wine they will share binds all their hopes together. And by the rings they will wear, they will be known to all as husband and wife.
I've never seen her so happy. She's a totally different person.
Oh, yeah, she is. Well, it's great. What are you going to do about you?
Me?
Hun?
Yeah.
You want to dance?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice ceremony.
Beautiful.
Boy, the holidays are rough. Every year I just try to get from the day before Thanksgiving to the day after New Year's.
A lot of suicides.
Would you like a pea pod with shrimp?
Thank you.
How have you been?
Fine.
Are you seeing anybody?
Harry,
What?
I don't want to talk about this.
Why not?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why can't we get past this? I mean, are we gonna carry this thing around forever?
Forever. It just happened.
It happened 3 weeks ago. You know how a year to a person is like 7 years to a dog?
Yes? Is one of us supposed to be a dog in this scenario?
Yes.
Who is the dog?
You are.
I am. I am the dog. I am the dog. I don't see that, Harry. If anybody is the dog, you are the dog. You want to act like what happened didn't mean anything.
I'm not saying it didn't mean anything. I am saying, why does it have to mean everything?
Because it does. And you should know that better than anybody, because the minute that it happens, you walk right out the door.
I didn't walk out.
No, sprinted is more like it.
We both agreed it was a mistake.
The worst mistake I ever made.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you.
Fine, but let's just get one thing straight. I did not go over there that night to make love to you. That is not why I went there. But you looked up at me with these big weepy eyes. Don't go home tonight, Harry. Hold me a little longer, Harry. What was I supposed to do?
What are you saying? You took pity on me?
No, I was...
Fuck you.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please? I'd like to propose a toast to Harry and Sally. To Harry and Sally. If Marie or I had found either of them remotely attractive, we would not be here today.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let yourself be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away.
Hi, it's me. It's the holiday season, and I thought I'd remind you that this is the season of charity and forgiveness. And although it is not widely known, it is also the season of groveling. So if you felt like calling me back, I'd be more than happy to do the traditional Christmas grovel. Give me a call.
now. I'll call you right back.
If you're there, please pick up the phone. I really want to talk to you. The fact that you're not answering leads me to believe you're either A, not at home, B, home but don't want to talk to me, or C, home, desperately want to talk to me, but trapped under something heavy. If it's either A or C, please call me back. Obviously, she doesn't want to talk to me. What do I have to do, be hit over the head? If she wants to call me, she'll call me. I'm through making a schmuck out of myself. If you're feeling sad and lonely, there's a service I can render. Tell the one who digs you only, I can be so warm and tender. Call me. Maybe it's late to just call me. Don't be afraid to just phone moi. Call me and I'll be around. Give me a call.
Hi, Harry.
Hello. Hi. I didn't know that you were there. What are you doing?
I was just on my way out.
Where are you going?
What do you want, Harry?
Nothing. I just called to say I'm sorry.
Okay. I gotta go.
Wait a second. What are you doing for New Year's? Are you going to the Tyler's party? Because I don't have a date. And if you don't have a date, we always said that if neither one of us had a date, we could be together for New Year's. And it could, what do...
I can't do this anymore. I am not your consolation prize. Goodbye.
And here we are, once again, the 16th annual New Year's Rockin' Eve, coming to you live from the...
What's so bad about this? You have Dick Clark, that's tradition. You have Malamar's, the greatest cookie of all time. And you're about to give the Knicks their first championship since 1973.
Miss the Saturday dance, heard they crowded the floor. Oh, I'm lonesome without you.
Don't get around.
I don't know why I let you drag me to this.
This is much better. Fresh air. I have the streets all to myself. Who needs to be at a big, crowded party pretending to have a good time? Plus, this is the perfect time to catch up on my window shopping. This is good. So the guy says, read the card.
Yeah.
I'm going home. You'll never get a taxi.
Oh, God.
You realize, of course, that we can never be friends.
Why not?
What I'm saying is that men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way.
That's not true.
No man can be friends with a woman he finds attractive. He always wants to have sex with her.
What if they don't want to have sex with you?
Doesn't matter, because the sex thing is already out there, so the friendship is ultimately doomed, and that is the end of the story.
Well, I guess we're not going to be friends then.
Guess not.
It's too bad. 'Cause you were the only person that I knew in New York.
It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and I finally found the somebody who, 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 somebody who make me be true, and could make me be blue.
I'm going.
It's almost midnight.
Well, the thought of not kissing somebody is just...
I'll kiss you.
Hey, taxi! Taxi! Taxi!
Come on, stay, please.
Thanks, Jess. I have to go.
I'll wait 2 minutes.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Never be mean. Might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. For nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It has.
I've been doing a lot of thinking. And the thing is, I love you.
What?
I love you.
How do you expect me to respond to this?
How about you love me too?
How about I'm leaving?
Doesn't what I said mean anything to you?
I'm sorry, Harry. I know it's New Year's Eve. I know you're feeling lonely, but you just can't show up here, tell me you love me, and expect that to make everything all right. It doesn't work this way.
Well, how does it work?
I don't know, but not this way.
How about this way? I love that you get cold when it's 71 degrees out. I love that it takes you an hour and a half to order a sandwich. I love that you get a little crinkle above your nose when you're looking at me like I'm nuts. I love that after I spend a day with you, I can still smell your perfume on my clothes. And I love that you are the last person I want to talk to before I go to sleep at night. And it's not because I'm lonely, and it's not because it's New Year's Eve. I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
You see? That is just like you, Harry. You say things like that and you make it impossible for me to hate you. And I hate you, Harry. I really hate you.
What does this song mean? My whole life, I don't know what this song means. I mean, should old acquaintance be forgot? Does that mean that we should forget old acquaintances? It doesn't mean that if we happen to forget them, we should remember them, which is not possible because we already forgot them.
Well, maybe it just means that we should remember that we forgot them or something. Anyway, it's about old friends.
The first time we met, we hated each other.
No, you didn't hate me. I hated you. The second time we met, you didn't even remember me.
I did too. I remembered you. The third time we met, we became friends.
We were friends for a long time.
And then we weren't.
And then we fell in love. 3 months later, we got married.
It only took 3 months.
12 years and 3 months.
We had a really wonderful wedding.
It really was a
It was great. We had this enormous coconut cake.
Huge coconut cake with the tears, and there was this very rich chocolate sauce on the side.
Right, because not everybody likes it on the cake because it makes it very soggy.
Particularly the coconut soaks up a lot of that stuff, so it's important to keep it on the side.
Right.
It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found the somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, and even be glad just to be sad thinking of you. But you say either, and I say either. You say neither, I say neither. Either, either, neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. You say potato, and I say potato. You say tomato, I say tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. Oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And oh, if we ever part, that would break my heart. You say laughter, I'll say laughter. You say after, I'll say after. For we know we need each other, so we better call the call. Oh, let's, baby, let's, sugar, why don't we? Let's call the whole thing. They're writing songs of love, but not for me. A lucky stars above, but not for me. With love to lead the way, I found more clouds of gray than any Russian play could guarantee. I was a fool to fall and get that way. Hi-ho, alas, and also lack a day. Although I can't dismiss the memory of her kiss, I guess she's not for me. It had to be you. It had to be you. For nobody else gave me a thrill with all your faults. I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you.